Unit 1, 3 Days to See. Introduction to the author and chapter. The author, Helen Keller, was a world-renowned American author and disability rights advocate who, despite being blind and deaf from infancy, became the first person with such disabilities to earn a Bachelor of Arts degree. The World of Touch and Longing. The chapter opens with Helen Keller, who is blind and deaf, explaining how she experiences the beauty of nature through her sense of touch. She describes feeling the delicate symmetry of a leaf and the contrasting textures of a smooth silver birch versus the rough, shaggy bark of a pine. In springtime, she searches hopefully for the first buds of awakening nature. Occasionally, she is fortunate enough to feel the happy quiver of a bird singing in a small tree. Despite the pleasure she finds in touch, her heart cries out with longing to see these wonders with her eyes. She begins to imagine how she would spend just 3 days if she were granted the gift of sight. Day 1. The Faces of Friends. On the first day of sight, Helen would prioritize the people whose kindness and companionship have made her life worth living. She expresses a desire to look into the hearts of her friends through their eyes, which she calls the window of the soul. Although she already knows her friends by the feel of their faces and can detect emotions like laughter and sorrow through her fingertips, she longs to actually see their physical features. This day would be dedicated to seeing those she loves and observing the faces that have provided her with strength and comfort throughout her life. Day 2. The Miracle of Dawn and History. On the second day, Helen would wake early to witness the thrilling miracle of the sunrise, watching night transform into day as the sun awakens the sleeping earth. She would spend the rest of the day exploring the pageant of man's progress by visiting museums. There, she would behold the condensed history of the earth, including the gigantic carcasses of dinosaurs and mastodons that existed before mankind. This day is a hasty glimpse of the world's past and present, allowing her to see how humans, with their powerful brains, conquer the animal kingdom. Day 3. The Workaday World. The final day would be spent in the workaday world, observing ordinary people going about their daily business. Helen would stand at a busy city corner, merely looking at people, to understand their lives through their expressions. She notes that seeing smiles makes her happy, seeing serious determination makes her proud, and seeing suffering makes her compassionate. She wants to see the reality of life in all its forms, the joys, the struggles, and the constant movement of the city before her temporary gift of sight is taken away forever. The Descent of Darkness. As midnight approaches on the third day, Helen realizes that permanent night will close in on her once again. She reflects on the fact that 3 days are far too short to see everything she desires. It is only when the darkness descends that she fully understands how much she has left unseen. This realization forms the basis of a powerful message to those who can see. She concludes that of all the senses, sight must be the most delightful, as it reveals the most beauty and provides the most profound contact with the world. An appeal to the senses. In a final part of her essay, Helen offers a hint to those who possess their sight: use your eyes as if tomorrow you would be stricken blind. She extends this advice to all other senses, urging people to hear the music of voices and birds as if they would be deaf tomorrow, and to touch objects as if their tactile sense would soon fail. She encourages everyone to smell the perfume of flowers and taste each morsel of food with relish. Her ultimate message is for humanity to glory in all the facets of pleasure and beauty that the world reveals through the many means of contact nature provides.